if Donald Trump wins, let's say, what stock will be in favor, and if otherwise, then what will be in favor. It's US election time this year, right? So the question is, how are you preparing for that? Like, are you well prepared to take advantage of the opportunity ahead? And more importantly, are you managing the risk of your existing position with the potential of sector rotation that already happened? And more importantly, are you prepared to manage the risks, right, of the outcome of the election or even before the election? There's actually a pattern around US presidential election, and whether it's the first term or the second term, and which year in the term. Typically in the election year, the market is bullish. Because the current president will usually want to make sure that people feel good about the economy, feel good about the stock market, right, so that they will re-elect the existing government, the ruling government. However, there could be many factors coming to the election, as some of you may have experienced in the recent market, where there was some major fundamental shift on the probability of Donald Trump winning. Right? So one of it is from the presidential debate. Where people can see that Joe Biden is already not as alert, right? And he was not really able to counter some of the debate arguments from Donald Trump, a bit slow in response as well because of his age. And that actually caused a lot of people to be concerned whether he's still fit to be a president, at least to run for the next 4 years. And due to that, the probability of Trump winning this has enhanced, and the market started to slowly respond to that. And the second one, which is more significant, is the shooting of Donald Trump, which has a near miss, right? So it scratched his ear a little bit with some bloodshed. And after that, he was still steady, and that actually scored him a lot of points, right? That he was not worried about it, he was not scared, but he was, his composure was still very strong, and that shows that he's courageous. Even Elon Musk commented on that, and Elon Musk himself endorsed him, and also be willing to, commit millions of dollars per month, right, to support, which he has not, right? Elon Musk used to only pay $5,000 for Democrats. Okay? Not because he doesn't support Democrats, he feels that Democrats are a bit skewed too much to the left. All these dynamics are changing. Coming up to the election, the stock market will move based on the assessments of the probability of who will be winning, right? Whether Democrats will win or Donald Trump will win, because each side would have put in their proposal on what they will do, right, if they were to be elected. Right, example for Donald Trump will be tax cut. Right, so everyone like tax cut in the US because tax cut means the stock market can go up, because tax cut means improved profitability. And we have already witnessed this in 2017 when Donald Trump won the November 2016 election. He implemented the tax cut very early, right after he was on board, and the stock market was doing very well in 2017, right, until he started to impose a lot of tariff on China, right, as well as globally. That caused the market volatility. So having studied what can happen in the past and based on his new proposal, right, one of the most important thing is to understand what is he going to do, right? He would have made all this public already, right, and be prepared for what industry or sector will do well if he wins. And also some of it is negatively impacted if he wins. For example, he's not so much towards the green energy, right? But he's now probably supporting more of Tesla, okay? Because he's one of the supporters. He may have some support for the EV. He wanted to focus a lot more on bringing more manufacturing back to the US. He has already spoken publicly that he will impose sanctions a lot on China, and not only on China, but also on other countries. Right? So that is usually not good for the market. It will create some volatility. Right? So the key thing is there's always uncertainty in the market. Like, this is just one of it. He's probably one of the presidents that will cause the most uncertainty in terms of, he likes to tweet in the past, or he likes to just comment on different things randomly, and the market will react to that. So first of all, you need to be prepared for that. Okay. The second part is the upcoming FOMC meeting in September, November as well, and December. People are anticipating when the interest rate cut will be, right? And if the interest rate cut is on track, then that will also trigger a different sector and industry rotation for the stock market. So one of the best way to look at how you should position yourself is, like, for myself, we will not be able to assess like 100% on who will win the election. but we can assess the probability. So we will do a scenario planning. If Donald Trump wins, let's say, what stock will be in favor, and if otherwise, then what will be in favor. But the ideal, if you want to be on the safe side, then you do want what industry will still do well no matter who wins. Right, that should be your one of your base case, right, to increase your probability of success. And the other part that has a higher chance of success would be the interest rate cut. Right, when the interest rate cuts comes in, what industry will be in favor? Okay, because we know the interest rate cut will come, it's just a matter of time. Like what we need to do is to monitor the inflation indicator. As some of you may have observed, the announcement for CPI on the July 11 has triggered quite a significant profit taking on the tech stock and rotating into those stocks that are in favor when the interest rate cuts come in. Like, so the market is 6 to 9 months ahead of the economy. Okay, so even though the interest rate is not cut yet, as long as people anticipate the Fed will do that, the market will have reacted earlier, right? So this is one of the important lessons. Of course, this one will take some experience, right? So it depends on your level. If you're a total beginner, you may not need to go to this extent, right? One of the safer way is you select the strong fundamental stocks that you actually want to invest and you stand by. And based on all these election volatility and so on, you can actually time based on where would be the safe spot for you to go in based on valuation and based on technical, right? You don't chase the market. And best to choose those stocks aligned with the mega trend. Yeah, what's the reason? What do you mean by stock aligned with the mega trend? Aligned with the mega trends means you know the demand is going to be there. And whatever volatility we have right now is just temporary. Does it make sense? So given that the demand is going to be there, even though the market may come down for those industries for the meantime, right, there'll be a point where the big funds will come and buy. Yeah, because this company having the demand, they will be making more money in the future. So those will be the safer way. So it depends on whether you are long-term investor. This could be the chance that you can get into those stocks at a lower price. And one of the important risk management is to start to balance your portfolio, right? So I like to teach our students in the macro insights on how to think like a fund manager, right? So, and how to think like a Federal Reserve chairman, so that you can anticipate what they will do, right? As a fund manager, given that there's going to be potential interest rate drop, interest rate cut, and also potentially Trump winning the election, how would you position your portfolio? Right, that's the thought process, and that's how I train our students for macro insights. Yeah, one of our advanced mastery course. And knowing that I would want to go into those stocks that has been penalized earlier because of high interest rate, I will start to gradually need to buy into those. But I have limited funds in the portfolio. I mean, thinking like fund manager. Then what would I do? Right, I would sell off those that are already overpriced, so that I give some room to buy the one that is more undervalued. Right, that is in line with what is going to be benefiting or coming. Right, that should be the thought process. In terms of exactly how to do that, of course, that's more lengthy process. Yeah, so I hope you benefit from this thought process at least.